Okay, this is getting embarrassing. Keir Starmer's 2026 is off to an absolutely disastrous start, and the numbers just came out. They're brutal. So here's what just dropped. A New Year poll, literally fresh data from January 2026, shows Labor falling even further behind in the polls. Not stabilizing, not recovering, falling. And we're not talking about a small dip. We're talking about a party that won a landslide majority less than 2 years ago, now looking like they might actually lose the next election. Let that sink in. How did this happen? Let's set the scene first. Labor won the 2024 general election in a massive landslide. Starmer became prime minister with one of the biggest majorities in modern British history. The Conservatives were destroyed. Reform UK made gains, but nothing dramatic. It looked like Labour would dominate for a decade. That was 18 months ago. Now, the wheels are falling off. According to this new poll, and I'm looking at the actual data here, Labour's support has dropped to levels that would make them competitive with the Conservatives, or in some scenarios even lose to a Conservative Reform coalition. So here's the kicker. It's not like one party is eating their lunch. They're hemorrhaging support in multiple directions. The Conservatives are picking up traditional swing voters who are disappointed with Labour's economic performance. Reform UK is eating into Labour's working-class base, especially in the North and Midlands. The Liberal Democrats are picking up middle-class voters who are unhappy with Labour's civil liberties record. And the Greens? They're grabbing young voters who feel betrayed on climate policy. Labour is being attacked from all sides, and they have no coherent response. So what went wrong? Let's break it down. Problem number one, the economy. Labour came in promising growth, investment, and better living standards. What have people actually experienced? Continued cost of living pressure. Taxes haven't gone down. Public services are still struggling. Wages aren't keeping pace with inflation. People feel like nothing has changed, and when nothing changes, voters punish you for it. Problem number two, broken promises. Remember all those big Labour pledges during the campaign? NHS waiting times would come down, schools would be fully funded, energy bills would be lower. None of that has materialized yet, and voters have long memories when it comes to promises. Problem number three, the culture war trap. Labour has been trying to avoid getting pulled into culture war issues, but they keep stepping on rakes. The jury trial controversy? That alienated civil liberties voters. The drink-drive limit? That's pissing off rural voters. Immigration policy? They're being attacked from both sides. They can't win because they're trying to please everyone and ending up pleasing nobody. Problem number four, and this is the big one, Keir Starmer himself. I'm going to be blunt here. Starmer is not a charismatic leader. He's not inspirational. He's not someone who gets people excited about politics. He was the right leader to beat Boris Johnson and clean up the Labour Party after Corbyn. But governing, leading a country, inspiring confidence during tough times? He's struggling, and the polls show it. Starmer's personal approval ratings are in the toilet. Even people who voted Labour are expressing buyer's remorse. They're saying things like, he seemed better in opposition, or I'm not sure what he actually stands for. That's devastating for a prime minister. Now, let's talk about what's really happening here, the political realignment. The 2024 election wasn't really about Labour winning. It was about the Conservatives losing. The Tory vote collapsed, split between themselves and Reform UK, and Labour won by default in a lot of seats. But Labour didn't actually build a coalition. They didn't earn loyalty. They just happened to be the alternative when people were mad at the Tories. And now, those voters are realizing they're not thrilled with Labour either. And here's where it gets really interesting. The right is consolidating. The Conservatives and Reform UK are increasingly coordinating, or at least not competing as aggressively in certain areas. There's talk of potential electoral pacts, or reforms standing aside in key seats. If the right-wing vote unifies while Labour continues to fragment, Labour is toast. Let me paint you a scenario. It's 2028 or 2029, next general election. Labour's support is in the mid-30s. The Conservatives are at 25%. Reform UK is at 20%. Lib Dems and Greens split another 15 to 20%. In a first-past-the-post system, if the Conservatives and Reform make a deal, they could win, not with more total votes necessarily, but with better vote efficiency. Labour could go from a historic landslide to losing power in one election cycle. It's happened before. Look at Canada in 1993. The Progressive Conservatives went from majority government to 2 seats in a single election.